Hey, it's Sean Diamais here with another video. This time is entitled "What is credit repair? What is it?" A lot of people say they fix credit. A lot of people say they need their credit fixed. A lot of people say they have credit repair companies. Um, a lot of people want better credit, and all of these different scenarios. But the at the basics with if you want to get anything deleted off your credit report, the key is to understand the process, and that's what this video is for. At a minimum, credit repair. Your credit report. Let's talk about your credit report. What is that? Your credit report is a consumer report created by all three credit bureaus. So you have Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. They are the major three credit credit reporting bureaus. So 9 times out of 10, when things get reported to your credit report, that creditor, that original creditor, reports your information, account history to one of those three credit bureaus. Here's another thing. With that being said, there are laws in place that govern those three credit bureaus. One of the major laws that most people talk about in the subject of credit repair is the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which for the most part governs the type of things that can be reported on a credit report. Things about disclosures, the rules and regulations that credit repair companies have to abide by to remain compliant with the Federal Trade Commission, which is a government organization that manages those three. And there are a couple other laws and organizations that play a part in governing the three credit bureaus, and there are way more than three credit bureaus. But far as consumer credit reporting goes, as consumer credit, what is that? You and I and every individual in this world is considered a consumer. Business-wise, business credit, that's a completely separate thing, because in business credit, the individual does not get credit. It is the individual's business entity that is registered with the credit bureaus that get lines of credit for their business entity, and not them as a consumer. So let's separate those two. But as far as consumer credit repair goes, what it is looking for, or not looking for, but knowing the credit laws, and there are about five at minimum that outside of the FCRA that governs what collection agencies can do, how creditors can go about attempting to collect from you. Did they fully disclose the full details about that collection, that line of credit, that installment loan, that mortgage? Did they completely outline that in a way that you can understand to justify adding that account history to your credit report? A lot of people have no idea about credit. The only thing they know is they apply, they get approved, or they don't get approved. If they get approved, they happy. If they don't, that's when people question, why didn't I get approved for this account? And the truth of the matter is that's all governed by your credit score, and that score is basically formulated by the things, those trade lines that are listed on your credit report. What is a trade line? A trade line is anything, any account history, any account type that is listed on your credit report. So, for example, trade line examples are a collection account, a auto loan account, a personal installment loan account, a retail store card, a judgment from a court for child support or whatever the case may be, bankruptcy. All those things are trade lines. They are information that can be added to your credit report. There are different account types. And to get a maximum credit score, you basically have to, for the most part, be in good standing with all of the accounts that you currently have on your credit report. Also, in addition to being in good standing, having a mixture of credit. So what is a credit mix? You need to have, at least, one installment loan, one credit card, one retail store card, a mortgage, and all those things are different categories of credit. And they make up your credit mix. Inquiries, how many times have you applied for different accounts? That all gets calculated into your credit score. Every inquiry can more or less add 2 to 5 points to your credit score just by applying to an account. So, there's many people out here with 100+ inquiries because they just kept on, applying for different things, hoping that they get approved for something, when the issue really is to get those inquiries removed. And they sit on your credit, thankfully, for only 2 years. They automatically fall off by law. But let's get into credit repair. Credit repair, the process pretty much is, you know your credit is bad. You looked at Credit Karma or some kind of credit monitoring site, got your annual credit report, and you've seen a collection, you've seen charged off accounts on your credit report and different things. So now, you at that stage where you need your credit fixed, you don't know where to go. So you reach out to a credit repair company, consultant such as myself, where we can look over your credit report, tell you, come up with a game plan of how to get those things removed from your credit report. And, once, the first thing in credit repair is to get an accurate credit report, which the best way to get a credit report is to get a report directly from the bureau itself, not from, all these different credit monitoring websites, but get the actual report from the actual credit bureau. Then those negative things that are on your credit report, request a validation of those accounts before you negotiate any kind of removals or anything from those collection agencies. Because sometimes just a simple validation can, pretty much get things deleted off your credit report. And once it's validated, then that starts a whole nother process where you're digging into the credit laws and all these different things to dispute on your behalf of to get those things deleted off your credit report. So, all it is a cat and mouse game of finding fault with the credit bureaus, with the collection accounts, with the original creditors to get things deleted off your report. For example, if you have an account that was charged off, a credit card or whatever the case may be, and that account gets transferred to a collection agency, now there is a discrepancy with your credit report. Both the original account and the collection account shouldn't be on your credit report at the same time, because they forfeited all rights to do any further collection by transferring your account to a collection agency. So different things like that is what gets things deleted from your credit. Trying to keep this video under a minute, and I'm at 9 minutes right now, so I will be making a part 2 to this video. And if you like what you heard so far and you are willing to work with me in regards to getting your credit cleaned up, text the word credit to my cell at right now at 443-707-6012. Again, that's text the word credit to my cell at 443-707-6012. And additionally, you can just send me a direct message from whatever platform that you see this video from. You can also visit Failureisfiction.com.